Bloodhunt is an incredibly fun battle royale game that is free to download and play. Set within the World of Darkness universe, specifically Vampire the Masquerade, it has a lot of love and attention to detail. It's clear the devs have really paid attention. You can also see this in the Easter eggs, which not only give you a look at the attention to detail that they provide, but also some look into the stories themselves. So here are a few Easter eggs that I found. If you know more, then please message me so I can feature them. It's hard to hunt for Easter eggs in this game with everyone out for blood, but that's just how it is. Let me know what you guys thought of this video as well down in the comments, and please give it a like if you want. Also, just to throw this in here, this may have some spoilers for the game Bloodlines. If you don't want to be spoiled on that game, then don't watch. Come back when you've played it because it's very much worth the playthrough. Just be sure you get the fan patch to fix a lot of the bugs. The first one that we have is found while climbing up to the helipad on the roof of this hotel. You'll find a Camarilla chest and a body, but by using your vampire sense you can see that someone left behind a message. A Bible passage, more specifically, that is from Matthew 13:6, which reads, "But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root." Of course, kindred in this universe turn to ash when the sun comes up, which might be what happened to this unfortunate fellow that we find up here. It also could allude to the Second Inquisition, or the entity in this game, trying to take out the root of the vampires, or in this case, the Prince of Prague. Or perhaps it is to say that because vampires are creatures of darkness, they have no root to anything holy and will eventually all burn. There doesn't appear to be any other connection to the story of Matthew otherwise, outside of this one simple passage. Moving on, if we go to the Prince's Haven and then come down here into this little hole, we'll find another chest, but we'll also find two passages also from the Bible along with these two symbols and the words "shielded by faith." The first passage is from Hebrews 12:29, which reads, "For our God is a consuming fire," which of course is indicative of the church being set ablaze to kill the kindred within. The second, I believe, is from James 4:7, which reads, "Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." Once again, the passages instead of the books from which they come seem to have more meaning. Hebrew 12:29 also shows up in a small alcove room at the top of the burning church, once again reaffirming the church being set on fire as God's vengeance towards the vampires of Prague. I also wonder if the symbol that is shown on these messages is the one that the entity uses for its unit patch, much like the Second Inquisition symbol. Now, I don't know if this is an Easter egg or not, or if it is a direct reference, but the Divine Disco seems very close to the Confession Club that was also within a church in the game Bloodlines. Of course, the layout is a lot different, and there isn't someone with a butterfly tattoo asking you to go kill a Russian mafia boss, but I must say it feels like there must be some inspiration there. Perhaps there's something in the lore that I have yet to unlock about this place that offers a better connection. Another reference to Bloodlines can be found on the street level in Demolition. If you head between the two destroyed buildings, you'll find this little pizzeria with a very suspicious name. This is a reference to a quest giver that you can find downtown in Bloodlines named Pisha, who was a Nagaraja, a vampire that fed on flesh rather than simply blood. This makes this particular pizza place a little suspicious as to where they might be getting their meat. Have you ever wanted to learn more about the weapons you use during your game? Maybe you want a fun story attached to them. Talk to the NPCs every so often, and they'll make mention of the various weapons that you can find in the loot pool. You'll also unlock a story that you can read in the lore of the game. Also, if you win a game, you can go talk to Kustos, who will congratulate you on your recent victory, which is a nice little touch.
Extraordinary.
One last thing that isn't an Easter egg so much, but more of a thing I discovered that might be helpful to unlocking some lore. If you need to learn about some of the collectibles, there's one that's a little sneaky that's right next to Kustos for the octahedrons you find laying around everywhere. Again, this is just if you haven't found one, and it seems to only add the entry into the codex as far as I'm aware. But that's what I found so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have an Easter egg that you know of, send me a location, a link, something, so that way I can go take a look for myself and feature it in the next video. Until then, guys, keep hunting those secrets, and until the next one, stay safe, everyone.